And thus we met, brought together by him. Lenient. L'enfant de la punante? Why is everything in French? Oh my god, if only JP was here. It was dark out by the time I got home. I had almost passed out at the museum earlier. I managed to make it back okay, but I was still wasn't feeling too hot. At least it was consolation that Kasumi wasn't the type of person to get upset about having to deal with stuff like this. However, on the other hand, that also meant that she was the type to fret endlessly. My current goal was to figure out some way to make her leave me alone. If I didn't, she was liable to try to spend the entire night here watching over me or something. Yes, please! Ran, you are a huge party pooper. I knew that she was just trying to help, but I still couldn't think anything straight after what had happened earlier. I probably came across as harsher than I intended.
別に俺、虚弱体質ってわけじゃないし、怪我はとっくに治ってるから病人扱いするなって。あんまり心配されてると本当に気分がめいってくる。
でも今日誘ったのは私だし、なんか責任感じちゃうし、レンちょっとできないし。
お前さりげなく失礼だ。
Well, she did have a point to be fair. I wasn't the type of person people look to for help.
頼りがいのあるお前が俺に付き合って倒れたら困るだろ。だから。
私そんなにやわじゃないよ。
俺もそんなにやわじゃないよ。だいたい俺を気遣ってるなら不毛なやりとりに付き合わせるなよ。ただでさえ明日から学校行くのが億劫なのに。
あ、そうだった。ダメだよね。
今日サボったやつに言われてもな。
Damn!
私はいいの。ちゃんと毎日通ってたから1日くらい平気だよ。でもレンは入院して多分日数足りてないんだからね。留年しちゃうよ、怠けてると。一緒に卒業したいもんね。
ね。
そうだな。
よし、だったら早く寝る。
だからさっきからそう言ってるだろ。それをお前がごちゃごちゃと。
Ren, don't be mean.
うるさいな。この不健康児は
Damn!
口答えするんじゃないの。
Kasumi threw some sheets on top of me. Surely there was a less direct method of getting someone into bed.
じゃあおやすみ。明日起こしに来るからね。
Does she like live close by?
それはいいけど、おいかすみ。ちゃんと玄関から出て行けよ。
Wait, what? Wait. What? Wait, what?
おい。
Did she think she could get away with something by laughing it off?
それはちょっとめんどいなとか。
Does she escape through the window or something?
普通はその面倒なことが常識なんだよ。だいたい。
I gestured to the wall next to me inside.
いい加減大家に怒られるぞ。いくら隣同士だからって。
We are next door neighbors. She would be in deep shit if the landlord found out she had knocked out a damn hole in the wall and turned it into some sort of corridor. Like this was some sort of thing people got kicked out. Like this was the sort of thing that people got kicked out for. Kasumi and I had both moved in the apartment together when we enrolled into our current school. It took her less than a week to come up with the idea to construct this little side entrance.
でも同じアパートの隣に住んで助け合うってのが一人暮らしの条件だったし、いいじゃない。この方が密にフォローできるんだから。
Okay, she's beyond help.
けどな、親もまさかここまでやってるとは思ってないだろ。絶対に。
She's so obsessed with Ren that she knocked open the wall.
そうかな。
Oh my god.
そうだよ。
They're both lost cases.
頭固いな。
Both Kasumi and Ren are not normal.
だいたい事の発端は シロなんだし、私に言われても困
I
っ
mean,
ちゃ
Shiro
う
is
よ。
also a crazy bastard, but still. Believe it or not, she wasn't lying. Kasumi, Shiro, and myself had all lived together in this apartment complex, all 3 rooms next to each other in a row. It happened late one night. Out of nowhere, Shiro broke down the wall separating our rooms and barreled in here with a hammer still in hand, saying he suddenly got the urge to play with me in a... Saying he suddenly got the urge to play me in a fighting game. How stupid can he get?
で、何をとち狂ったか、お前も真似したんだよな、ご丁寧
Fucking
に。
out of their minds.
私はハンマーなんて野蛮なことはしてないけどね。
What the fuck did she use then? She was barbaric enough to go down to the hardware store the next day to borrow a power saw, some tarps, and a mask. Anyway, as I had the bad fortune to live between these 2 idiots, I ended up with holes on both my sides of my room. Privacy? What's that? Kasumi and Shiro would often just cut through here to visit each other, and my room became the sort of natural gathering place in general.
せめて四郎の穴だけでも塞がせろよ。
ダメよ。戻ってきたらどうするの？
This girl is an idiot. There was no what if. Shiro was never coming back, whether Kasumi knew it or not.
きっとまたみんな元通りになる
Nope.
から。私とレンとシロとでね。
Nope. We heard a ghost lady from a guillotine call out to me.
レン？
Nope.
だな。
Nope.
じゃあおやすみ。
Kasumi smiled sweetly and returned to her room through the hole in the wall. I could tell the complex lack of dust in my room that she had bothered to clean it while I was stuck in the hospital. Probably Shiro's too. I would never admit it out loud, but I did appreciate the consideration. At the same time, though, I couldn't help but wonder if I really deserved having her to look after me like this. Kasumi knew nothing. Wait, what? By all rights, right now we should have been. This line of thought would get me nowhere. I decided right then and there to stop mulling over the past. What was done was done. It wasn't healthy to keep obsessing like this. There was no way the girl I saw at the museum could have actually been real. She was just a hallucination, meaningless clutter that was born from my unstable mental state.
そうさ。
That was the only explanation. I lay down in my bed. A good night's sleep would be sure to wash away the memory of today. I wouldn't remember a thing when I woke up the next morning. I was sure of it. I stare up at my ceiling for the first time in 2 months. Amid familiar surroundings, I drifted off into sleep, gripped by a slight unease, rather than a sense of comfort. And there she was, in front of me, the ghost girl, with her neck cut off.
Now let the curtains rise on tonight's grand final. 'Tis a pleasure night to make your acquaintance, my dear Zarestra. I am but a humble jester come to present you with an opera. Consider me not for the swindler than a charlatan. My name? I suppose Cagliostra would be suffice. Do allow me to regale you tonight with the tale of a girl I met while men still call me by that name. The tale of a fair mistress of the guillotine. The tale of her origins as well as how the 2 of us came to meet. I beg of you to forgive my brevity. It all came as a result of simple bad luck. Nothing more, nothing less. Humans are bound by their own birth. The average man cannot hope to compete with an absolute brought about by the sheer chance of birth, regardless of his foibles. What the fuck is that word? Regardless of his foibles and virtues. My story deals with such circumstances. Unfortunately, there are many who fail to grasp the subtleties of these matters. Allow me to apologize for beginning with airing some tiresome grievances of mine. The less reasonable among us have a tendency to seek out an explanation of who they perceive as breaking the mold, be they a mighty hero or blistering madman or a miserable victim. Did they reach their status through tireless effort? Perhaps because they possessed a rare resolve, or because
oh my god.
Or it could be because of some traumatic event of their past. Preposterous assumptions, the lot of them. It's all nothing more than self-projection on part of some common man. An expression of the fanciful idea that they too could have turned out that way. That they too are capable of reaching the same level they should be granted the same opportunity. Such sentiments are little more than masturbation. Pitiful attempts to drag the supernatural down to their level and reduce it to something they are capable of understanding. Miserable knaves, the lot of them. They're incapable of cherishing their fellow man without forcing themselves to believe that all others operate on the same logic as them. Such fools would be better off conversing with a mirror. You'll no doubt find tonight's story unpleasant, but I trust that your soul is not tainted enough to imitate the folly of lesser men. In this world, there exist beings of utmost purity. Yes, I speak of her. Search the entire universe and you shall find no peers. From the moment of her birth, she was complete. She did not and would never receive even the barest mite of influence from the vulgar outside world. The scar on her neck, ever fragrant. Her voice, her words pregnant only with hex. Fated to remain forlorn, doomed to never be loved. Even an existence such as mine could not compete with a being as miraculous, immaculate as her. For the first time I laid eyes upon true beauty. I clutched a hand to my chest, overcome by the nature of her being. Ah, how wonderful was man to bring forth something so spectacular by mere chance. I knew immediately on some primal level that hers was not a state of being unraveled, was not a state of being that others could hope to aspire to. One could devote himself.
Oh my god.
That hers was not a state of being that others could hope to aspire to. One who could devote his life to unraveling the mysteries of dusty grimoires and never get so as much set a foot upon the mystic planed outer domain. She was absolute in her otherness. I must confess, I found myself envious of her.
I'm sure you scoff at the very notion, of course. I can say that meeting her was the one true moment of brilliance to be found amongst the miserable ordeal of my life. In a way, it represented a loss on my part, yet defeat has never tasted sweeter. I've finally discovered the goal to strive toward amid the endless expanse of the wasteland that I had wandered aimlessly for so long. I shall kneel before you, my beloved queen. I shall devote my very being to you, to the task of leading your soul to salvation. That shall be my opera. The day of wrath shall rend asunder the cursed ghetto that is this universe. Come now. 'Tis time to take center stage, Zarathustra. Take her hand and lead her to dance. I would like nothing more than you to dazzle me. Suddenly, I hear the sounds of waves crashing against the shore. And I will leave it at that.